We're always looking for a magical shortcut that'll help us get through our lives easier and faster. How to get rich quick. How to cut back a few minutes on the morning commute so that we can sleep in a little bit later in the morning. Or even how to eat whatever you want and however much you want without gaining any weight. Well, in 1998, people finally thought they found the answer to how they can eat whatever they want, or how they can eat however much they want without gaining any weight. Lay's had just come out with their exciting new product, the Wow Potato Chip, which came in a variety of different flavors, such as Doritos, Tostitos, Ruffles, and Lay's Originals, of course. These products per serving boasted an impressive 37 calories and 0 grams of fat. It sounds too good to be true. Well, that's because it might just have been. In the first year, this product brought in $347 million in revenue, making it the most successful new product of that year. But by the second year, its revenue had already dropped by over half, making around $150 million in revenue that year. So what exactly went wrong? If this was such a magical product and people loved it when it first came out, what made it so that people didn't like it later on? Well, it turns out the Lay's Wow Potato Chips included the ingredient Olestra. What Olestra is it's an ingredient that was accidentally founded in 1960, and it is the mixture of vegetable oil and sugar in such a way that the molecules are actually larger than that of fat. So what this did was made the potato chips nearly undigestible in our bodies and created a lot of abdominal pains and issues for people, such as stomach cramps, diarrhea, and although it sounds like I'm making this one up, anal leakage. That one doesn't sound very fun. So Olestra is also bad because it it allowed it absorbed actually it hindered the absorption of vitamins that are key to our health. Because these vitamins are actually fat soluble, it made it harder for our bodies to process them and ingest them, such as vitamin A, E, D, and K. So why did the product have so much success at first if it had all these side effects? Lay's wasn't just going to put out a chip that didn't go through any quality testing or uh, focus groups to see what was right and what was wrong with the chip. In the marketing campaign leading up to the announcement of these chips, they did indeed include Olestra as an ingredient in their ads because they needed to find some excuse or tell people why exactly the chips are fat-free. But what they didn't do was they didn't tell the consumer what Olestra was exactly or its major side effects. Nobody had ever really heard of Olestra before because it wasn't such a commonplace ingredient in many products. So what Lay's actually did was violate consumer trust, and I believe that this is the true downfall of this product. Because consumer trust is the likelihood that you build is the likelihood that people will come back and consume your product more based on the trust that you develop with that consumer because of how consistent your products have been in the past. And so why is that important? Well, what a lot of people think, or what a lot of people probably don't think, is that consumers are actually a limited resource. There's only so many consumers in the world, especially for your product. When it comes to Lay's potato chips, there's a huge market for them. They make over billions of dollars per year and are the most successful selling chip brand in the world, even to this day. So that is why they were able to get away with violating consumer trust in such a way, because even though they violated trust of the consumer, they still were able to make enough profit because people knew what the chips were still. They just avoided the Wow potato chips. So this didn't actually hurt the Lay's brand in any way, only the product. So in conclusion, The Lay's Wow potato chip was a massive failure because of how the company violated consumer trust and did not educate the public properly on what was actually in the chips and how it may affect them. And it greatly hurt their chances of that product succeeding. Thank you.